Plaintiff Brianna Bourbon says after moving to Las Vegas, she got into fitness and modeling, and she hired the defendant to do meal preparation for her as well as train her. However, Brianna claims he took her money and ran, so she's suing. Defendant Gene Paulo Borton says he's owned his own training business for 5 years, and he has never had a single complaint until Brianna came into his life. Gene insists Brianna never paid him for the meal prep, even though he made her 9 meals, and he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Wonderful. I had originally moved to Las Vegas as a cocktail server for the Aria Resort and Casino. I then segued into modeling and fitness, and that's when I met Gian Bourdin, or JP.
What type of modeling do you do?
It's for fitness and boudoir and just...
Print or where?
Print, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And from there on out, I started training with JP, and everything was going smoothly. I was planning for, we actually became very close. He became like a confidant of mine, no relations at all, just like a little brother, like a cousin. And he had even shared with me through his breakups when he went homeless and, you know, breaking up with his girlfriend, everything. Originally moved to Las Vegas as a cocktail server for the Aria Resort and Casino. I then segued into modeling and fitness, and that's when I met Gian Bourdin, or JP.
What type of modeling do you do?
It's for fitness and boudoir and just...
Print or where?
Print, yes.
Okay.
Plaintiff Brianna Bourbon says she paid the defendant for meal prep and to train her, but he took her money and ran, so she's suing.
You all were close before he became your trainer?
Yes, Your Honor. It was developing before because,
Okay.
you know, just segueing into becoming a trainer, we became closer.
Okay.
And from there on out, I decided to do a fitness competition, and I hired him as my preparation coach for a 16-week program. The total.
How often was he training you prior to that?
Prior to that, anywhere from 2 to 4, up to 5 days a week.
And this was how many days a week?
Anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week, sir.
Okay, so it's about the same.
Oh, for the preparation program,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a total of 5 days a week for the
And
preparation.
how much were you doing already? You said 5, weren't didn't you?
Yes, sir. But it kind of varies. For a preparation program, it's strict 5 days a week, no matter what, for training.
Okay, what is it on the other one?
The other one, it could just be flexible, 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week.
Well, how much notice?
So sometimes we would be texting at 9 a.m. and it was just last minute, let's do today. Sometimes it was planned a week or two beforehand.
So sometimes last minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good enough. Just trying to get to understand how things operate so that I can make an enlightened decision. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
what was the agreement regarding that? Was it different than your 3 to 5 day?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was that agreement?
The agreement was to pay upfront $5,200 for 80 training sessions. Rated
80?
80 training sessions. Yes, sir. Rated at $40 per session, plus meal service, cooking, meal preparation services for helping me cook. And that was included as well for 16 weeks total.
Okay. Let me hear from you, sir.
All right, a little bit of my backstory. At the age of 18, I was living in Brazil. I didn't see myself out there. So I learned English by myself. I saved $4,000 and then I moved to the U.S. Make it or
Where'd you
break
get
it.
$4,000 from?
Working down in
Brazil?
Brazil. Yeah, so basically I saved $2,000 out there, but it ended up turning into $4K here.
Live with relatives or something when you were
In
saving
Brazil,
your money?
yes. I lived with my mom, but then I moved out here by myself.
How long did it take you to save $4,000?
A good 2 years.
And how much a year were you making?
Not much. In Brazil, like
10, 15? Oh, go ahead. In
Yeah.
U.S. dollars,
Oh, you're
transfer
good.
it to
yeah,
U.S.
so the
dollars.
salary in Brazil is really low, so it's like $999, which would be like $200.
$1,000 a month? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, which would be $200 out here. So it's not a lot.
So, all right, you moved over to the U.S. and what happened?
Yeah, so I started doing my license for personal training, and while I was doing that, I was a dishwasher, a handyman, and a window cleaner all at the same time. until I was able to get my license and build my own business. So I've had my business now for about 5 years. I never had a single problem. I have clients from 2017 that are still with me to this day.
No complaints in 5 years? Is
No
that
complaints.
what you're saying?
Only one now.
Only her?
Yeah. So, and then I met Brianna through a friend. She was a masseuse, and then she'd work with me for like over an hour. So that's when we got pretty close. We used to talk about our personal lives. So whenever she had a problem, she'd come to me. Whenever I had a problem, I'd go to her. Whenever she went out of town, I'd go and take care of her cats, clean the litter box, whatever I had to be doing, I'll do it. And yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
So
Caused you to sue him? Well, first, let's get to terms of the deal. See, you didn't get to that. How much and how many sessions?
50 sessions. I used to charge her
50 sessions for how much?
I used to charge her $50 before, but I gave her a discount for 40.
What she's suing you for today, how many sessions did you agree to?
50.
All right.
Yeah.
And that was to be how much per session?
$40 a session.
All right. And that's $2,000. And she says it was 80 sessions, and so you dispute that.
Yes.
You say it was only 50. She says it was 80, and that's one of the main disputes here. And the prep, tell me about that.
Yeah, so I don't offer meal prep to clients. I offered myself to cook for her because she didn't have time to do so. So I was like, I'm gonna cook for you instead, you know.
Is there a written agreement?
Say what?
Do you all have a written agreement?
No, it was all verbal.
Okay.
Plaintiff Brianna Bourbon says she paid the defendant for meal prep and to train her, but he took her money and ran, so she's suing.
Let's get to what happened, ma'am.
yes, sir. So everything was paid in full between two payments, $4,000 in cash, which I have on page 1 and 2, a proof of the
How
actual
much did
money.
you put down?
I put down $5,200 total. The other $1,200 was in a separate day, done in a separate day.
Okay.
So $5,200 total, Your Honor.
All right. And so what happened that caused you to want your money or to sue him today?
Yes, so as going through, Your Honor, as going through back hundreds of text messages and looking at calendars and records, I came to the conclusion that we did only use 3 of the 80 personal training sessions, as well as 12.
He says it was 50. Any way to prove it was 80?
Yes, I have a witness statement from the manager of the gym.
Saying
on
what?
Page 42, 43, saying
what?
that JP was admitting to him of owing me $5,000.
Why don't you read it to me?
Yes, sir. To whom it may concern, today we had a member come into the club over on Eastern and Serene. He was checked in under the name of James Schneider. He was on the Stairmaster, so I pulled him over to a public desk out in the open. I asked him for his identification. He has 2 accounts with us. His older account that has notes saying he was banned from company premises was under his real name, Gian Paolo Borgin. He created a new identity and came and signed up here with a new account. I asked him about what happened with Brianna. He told me his twin brother, in quotations, Gian, had scammed Brianna. He told me that his brother had offered training to Brianna, $5,000 up front. I think he owes her about in quotations, I think he owes her about
What page so I can see the letterhead?
Yes, sir. On page 42 and 43.
All right. So let's go right ahead. Get to the agreement.
From me, Your Honor. So how he breached the agreement is we had used 3 of the training sessions, and the other 77 were not completed
Why?
because he had taken the money and just run with it, Your Honor.
All right. So tell me why he only did 3 sessions.
He went through a breakup with his girlfriend, and he said he did not have a place to cook the meal prep services, which we only did 12 days of. That was included in the cost. and that he was not able to finish cooking. So at
That was guaranteed as a part of it? Because he
Yes,
says
sir.
it wasn't.
Yes, Judge Mathis, I have.
And you cook, what do you have?
I have proof here as well.
That he cooked?
I have.
That it was part of the, that meals were part of this specific contract?
Yes, on page 4, I have him admitting
Who is this
to
from?
canceling from JP. Him admitting to canceling. It's transcribed.
His what?
Admitting to canceling the meal service.
So maybe there's something we're going to have to solve, this food thing. We're going to have to think about something because I don't know if I'll be able to continue making food. I'm leaving the house this week, right? But it's not going to be anything temporary. You know, it's going to be just a few weeks, and then Kevin and I are planning something. Maybe we'll get back in 2 months. I do not know if we're going to live in a hotel or something else. All right. Sir, what do you say to this?
All right, so I did cook for her for 9 days, and for those days I wasn't even paid for her. So she never paid for any cooking.
It wasn't a part of the fee, huh?
Yeah, so I
It
did.
was not.
Say what?
Was the cooking part of the fee that she paid you?
It was part of the fee, but
So
she
she
didn't pay me.
paid you $3,000 for meals. You say it was part of it. How
It's
much?
part of it, but she only paid me for the sessions, for the training sessions, and for the meal plan. I did cook for her for 9 days.
Okay, is that true?
It's not all the way true, no, sir.
Plaintiff Brianna Bourbon says she paid the defendant for meal prep and to train her, but he took her money and ran. So she's suing.
Now, can we get to the 9 meals that you say is partly true? What's the lie? That's what I want to hear. Don't give me the partly truth. Give me the partly lie.
The lie is that he said I did not pay for the full amount. $2,000 was the full amount for the meal preparation service.
There you go. And that was separate?
From the training sessions, yes, sir, Your Honor. Yes.
So $5,000 including the meal. And you say the meal was $2,000?
No, the meal was 3,000.
$3,000 for the meals that you did not complete.
Yes.
All right. Why didn't you complete it, and why didn't you complete the training
Well,
session?
because she didn't pay me first, and then here pages
Oh, she never paid you anything for the training sessions?
for the meals.
No, we're talking about training sessions.
Yeah, for
now.
the training session she paid
Yeah.
me for. Yes.
All of them?
So we did complete 3
How
sessions
many did she pay you for?
for 50 sessions.
She paid you for 50.
Yes.
How
so
many did you do?
We did 3, and then she wanted to give up. So she asked for a refund.
Oh, so you have a letter here about you going out of town.
Going out of town.
So maybe there's something we're gonna have to solve. This isn't.
No, that's about my breakup, because I went through a breakup, and then I was gonna leave my home.
It talks about food though. Continue making the food.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? A breakup? I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have 2 months until Mattel's room is available. I'm leaving the house this week. I'm moving out of Kevin's. You're giving all these excuses as to why you can't do it. And you get in here talking about she couldn't do it.
Yeah, so
your claim is
basically-
dismissed. Yours is granted. You lied. I'm reading it. You gave her 1,000 excuses as to why you're abandoning these sessions after she has paid you. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you for showing up. And I don't know what else to say.
I really hope Brianna finds the help that she needs, finds a therapist, stops suing people, and maybe find a job.